Hello friends, and welcome to the Saitama Stacker channel. Hey folks, my name's Dean and I'll be your host today. If you are brand new to the channel, please know I only make these videos for entertainment, educational purposes, and for community building around the Saitama token. So please do your own research before investing. Friends, been a good day for Saitama, really firing up last night, late. We started to see an uptick in the price. And, I've kind of trolled around a little bit to see what I can find, see if we could point to something very specific. There are several little things going around. Of course, we know the Saitama is prepping to launch at some point here. The CertiK audit is still ongoing. And where I don't have anything that I can really lead us to and say, here, this is what, I'm seeing, or this is an official announcement, I'm just going to be grateful that we've got some movement upwards in the price. I'm going to keep this one kind of brief today. Today is my birthday. So I've mentioned that in the past. I was born on Thanksgiving Day in 1972. If you want to do the math, 49. It's the last year of the 40s. It's pretty scary. But life is good, and Thanksgiving is still my favorite holiday, and I'll tell you a little bit about that and why here in just a minute. But I want to look at the fundamentals of Saitama and then show you something I'm grateful for today. And then we will look at a little bit my Ledger Live. I moved all my coins over to Ledger Live last night and released a video. Some people were wanting to see that. How that looked. I wouldn't call it a tutorial. It was more just me almost learning, out loud in a video and then demonstrating what I had learned. So let's take a look at the fundamentals and we'll follow up with that here in the end. So today we have achieved currently 256,045 holders of Saitama, an increase of 2,085 over yesterday. Our market cap has gone up considerably from yesterday. And somebody pointed out my math was not super spot on yesterday. So I'm not going to give you exact math figures, but it's well more than $500 million in market cap. $2.662 billion of market cap, bringing our price to 70603. Our volume in the last 24 hours, 91 million. So a little more robust than what we've seen in the past. Of course, that's a lot of people coming back into the project. And remember, like I say, I don't have a specific thing that I can point to saying people are excited because of this reason. But what I do know is the price got pretty darn attractive there. 704, we haven't seen that in a little while. And I know people are excited about the launch of the Saitama wallet and what that might potentially do for the product or project. So I'm thinking, people anticipating, okay, we've got to be reaching pretty close to a bottom here. And then, a lot of people that probably sold and took profits up higher. It's an attractive buy-in point, or people who jumped out fearfully and then saw that we started gaining some support on the price, jumped back in. So, hopefully we'll get some more solid news on what's going on in terms of Saitama and other potential, good news coming our way. So that 91 million against a rising price does slow down the burn a little bit, but we're almost at 55.9% here. By tomorrow, certainly we will be. That would, at current volume and market cap, we would estimate burning 1% in 33 days. So that's still a pretty good rate compared to what we've seen in the past. That would be about 11% per year. And in the last 24 hours, 10 trillion tokens have burned. All right, so things I'm thankful for. And then I'll talk about Thanksgiving for just a second. But today's my birthday, and what do you guys give me for my birthday? 10,000 subscribers, and I've actually put out 100 videos exactly up to this point. So very much an honor for me. It's farther than I thought the channel would ever go. I appreciate you guys as an audience. I appreciate all of your feedback, the tweets and the retweets, and just the participation that you've given in the channel that make this valuable information for everybody watching. It's definitely a community, and I thank you for that. All right, so talking just briefly about Thanksgiving. So Thanksgiving here in the United States, holiday that wasn't official until Abraham Lincoln was the president. But when the pilgrims came over from Europe to the United States, I took some notes, 1620. They got here in November. The eastern part of the United States, northeastern part of the United States has brutal winters. So it would have been a very difficult first year for them. And then they had a full season of, to grow and to work on setting themselves up for the next winter. And by winter of 1621, after their harvest, they had such a plentiful harvest. They were so, I guess you could say, confident about their ability to go through the winter that they had a harvest celebration, and it lasted several days. And so there were about 50 pilgrims and 90 Native Americans from the Wampanoag tribe that got together, and for 5 days they just feasted. They brought all kinds of different game animals in, and they had all kinds of fruits and vegetables from their harvest, and they essentially celebrated the knowledge that they had stored enough to make it through the winter. So that's quite interesting, just thinking, that several months it's going to be difficult if you're not prepared. And rather than waiting to the end of that to see that they had sufficient, they were so grateful with how much they had that they just threw a big celebration. So now Thanksgiving is a little bit more of just to get together with the family, a nice meal, and certainly a lot of us show our gratitude this time of year, but it's just something I've always loved. There's no presents involved. It isn't a high pressure holiday. It's just a good time to get together with family. So I hope you all enjoy yours, and I wish you all happy Thanksgiving. If you don't live in the United States, I hope you're having a wonderful time, that you also can spend time with your families and just take stock in how the good things that we do have while we're building towards having such an abundance that we can really reach out and help other people. So last thing I wanted to do, well, two things, okay? I transferred my coins over to my Ledger wallet, and several people have asked, am I sure that I'm getting reflections? I'm 100% sure, but I'm going to pull up my my wallet, my Ledger wallet, and just watch the coins update. They update about every 2 minutes. So you see it change right there on the screen. Those are the reflections coming in. Okay, now when I transferred these over last night, I basically paid a 2% fee, if you will. I lost 2% of my tokens in order to transfer them over, but I knew that was going to happen, and I was happy to do it because now my tokens are locked inside this hardware wallet. They're actually still on the blockchain, but the keys to this are locked in the hardware wallet, and anything going in or out of this, I have to approve with my Ledger Nano X. So I'm feeling very grateful to have that done. It's definitely a feeling of more security. Okay, so if you haven't considered it yet, something you might consider, and you don't have to use Ledger. There are several different types. Just Moonshot has some really good videos. He's tested several different hardware wallets, and I would say he's an expert. So if you have questions, watch Just Moonshot's videos and ask your questions to him. I'm really a novice at this, but it was pretty easy for me to walk through and transfer my coins. I did videos on setting up my Ledger and also transferring tokens. If you want to watch them, they're in previous videos in the last week. All right, let's jump back in and look at my reflections. They're going to look kind of crazy because, like I say, I lost about 13 billion Saitama tokens transferring it over. It was exactly, I actually did the calculation on it. It calculated out at 1.98%, but essentially 2% is what it cost me to transfer them over. And then I've gained some of those back. But in total, tomorrow we'll get a better count for the day. But in total, so far, I've received 137,741,000 Saitama tokens as part of the Reflections program, just for being a holder of Saitama. And at the current prices, that would be about $8.32 in the last 2 days. So not too bad. That's, I mean, $120 a month if everything just stays consistent with where it is right now. So it's a good way to just have a nice passive income source, but build your bag without having to add to it. And it's going to help me climb back to where I want to be. Folks, have a wonderful Thanksgiving. I'm going to try to produce as much content as I can over the next few days. Thursday, I'm definitely going to take the day off and just be with my family. But I'll try to get something out for you tomorrow, even though I'm traveling. And on Friday, we'll try to do a live and do a little giveaway, celebrate the holidays. And for me, 10,000 subscribers, as well as just giving back to the community, because you guys have given a lot to me. So have a wonderful night. Catch up with me later. We'll watch our Saitama stacks grow together.